Hello there. Boris, Starmer, Savile, and an apology. Yeah, right. So the leader of the opposition gets physically attacked by protesters, and it all has to be Boris's fault. Just because Boris Johnson pointed out in PMQs that the leader of the opposition, Keir Starmer, did not bring Jimmy Savile to justice when he was the Director of Public Prosecutions. Now, Starmer may have had no direct input into that particular case, but surely he had his finger on the pulse of such a high-profile case within his department, didn't he? And Starmer is, after all, telling the country that the Prime Minister must be held to account for the actions of civil servants over whom he has no direct employer authority. They work for the independent civil service, and also while he may not have even been present. And now Boris is to be held accountable for protesters as well. Whereas Starmer doesn't have to meet the same criteria when he runs things. All sounds a bit one way to me. And to cap it all, I've seen many people on social media claiming they know who some of these protesters are, and claim they are definitely not from any right-wing organisation. In fact, it appears they were from the hard left fringes of the Labour movement, and that Piers Corbyn was there too. You know, the people who hate Boris, hate the Tories, hate Brexit, and hate the UK as a whole. All in equal measure. And there are reports that Starmer was not the only target of the protesters' bile either, and also that the Jimmy Savile issue was only one of many to be forcefully bandied about by them. So let's get this a bit more balanced. Now, if the PM lied about the leader of the opposition by saying that when he was DPP he used his time prosecuting journalists and failing to prosecute Jimmy Savile, then he should apologise. But if he made an accurate assessment of the situation in the heat of the moment, then why should he apologise? After all, it's not like Starmer was being nice to Boris at the time, is it? Now, I don't condone violence, it's abhorrent and unnecessary in politics, but many on the left seem to think otherwise. I remember the jubilation with which many anti-Brexiteers and those on the left greeted the news that Nigel Farage had been forced to hole up in a Glasgow pub all those years ago, in the face of a baying mob. Anyway, here's what Boris said later in clarification. I'm not talking about the leader of the opposition's personal record when he was DPP. I was making a point about his responsibility for the organisation as a whole. And I'm with those calling out the one-sided and biased press reporting on this unfortunate incident. Had Boris not named Savile, the mob would probably have still been there and acted in the same manner. To label that incident as a purely Boris-incited mob is dishonest reporting, and it's sad that the Speaker of the Commons, Lindsay Hoyle, has got swept up in it. So what's your opinion on the Keir Starmer incident? Please like and comment below. Please subscribe and like this video, buy a mug and support me on Patreon or PayPal, and thank you for watching.